Right, so we've robbed the engine and the exhaust from the other project. Now this had a leak in it. It's spraying all the engine underneath in black goo, so we need to seal it up. So just setting the welder up just now, get this completed and it'll go right back on the engine. And boom, exhaust is re-welded up. So it should be sealed, not leaking any more goo. That's what was making smoke come off the head of the engine in the last video. There was loads of black goop getting all over the place, all over the filter as well, all spraying out from under there. So what happened was the exhaust went loose as well on that, with it wobbling about. So I'm going to attach something to here over to here. Oh, where are we? From here to here, just to strengthen it from shaking about. Just a little bar. And we are good to go, kinda. We've got no brakes yet, got a kill switch wired up, so I suppose we could test it later on in the day. It's a bit early just now, so I need to go and run a few errands, and then it'll be trying to fix a brake cable all the way at the back, if I can even find some brake levers. We've still got that lever attached to that. We might turn that into a throttle, but we don't want these handlebars, so we're not setting that up just yet. It might just, the throttle cable might just be a little bit too short for this, which is a shame, but I'd rather cut up two smaller ones to make a bigger one than ruin this one. It's got the U-bend at the top. They're decent throttles then. But yeah, the cage at the bottom, I've not welded any extra onto that yet. The chain has a reasonable amount of slack, so we might just jam on some kind of tensioner here on the frame, have it resting there to keep it still. I'm expecting it to stretch and do crazy stuff. I'm definitely expecting this to fail because the washer's so weak. What I was going to do was just take this off, grind all this flat and get something even tougher and just weld it over the front as well, just for some extra support, and hope it works out. So we're almost at the extended scooter conversion. Definitely be testing it later on, so catch you in a flash. Right, well, as you can see, we had it up and running, we had the chain on, everything was fine, we sealed the exhaust up, got everything mounted, it ran okay, but the sprocket useless, the sprocket at the back useless, the chain just doesn't even make sense, rattling about and buzzing about. The chain's just too light. It would go, but it just, not happy with it. The front end, nah, not happy with it, too weak. So to start with, I'm going to dismount all the engine, take it all apart again and chop the back end off. I've just been to Screwfix and bought some M10 thread bar that I'm going to turn into an axle, and we'll stick that on the back. So we'll see where we go from here. Okay dokie, after a bit of hacky snap snap, check it out. We've ditched the little cheap toy scooter end. I went away, got the thread bar that's fitted. I've used nuts as spacers in between from the bearings. This doesn't have the centre tube inside, so I need to replace that, and I need to get an inner tube. But we're in it to win it. So leveled everything off at the back, made sure everything was running straight, got them in. Now we can run a 25H chain, the way it's meant to be on this wheel, and we can also run the proper disc brakes. So I need to start getting fitments and see if I can find brakes that will work on this. So yeehaw to that. And last but not least, I'm thinking they just chop this part off as well. It was really no good. No other handlebars and stuff were going to fit in this tiny tube. The metal's really thin, it doesn't reach where I need it to, and I need a bigger wheel. So I'm going to chop this off, and we're going to buy a decent BMX and just, you know, the down tube on the BMX, hack it off at the bottom, and we'll just stick that on here. Maybe even bring it back in a bit and have other supports coming up onto the tube. So the forks might have a bit of rake, so they might be like leaning back quite a bit, but it should be okay. So that's where we're at just now. We're going to get little flat bits of metal across these bits here on both sides, just to strengthen them up. Might even put little bits in the corners down at the back and the inside, help strengthen them. I need to now fit some sort of bracket and get brakes that will fit on here. And we should be in it to win it. This back end is wicked, so yeah, we're getting rid of this front end. We're going full scale heavy duty rather than flimsy hit or miss. We want this thing to last, and when we put the bike tube on it, the front end, rather than it sitting flat, it's probably going to raise and tilt up slightly. So don't know, we'll see where we go. Okay, it's update time. So we've chopped the front of that off, right over the front of the frame, and back here we've pulled the tyre off, so it's ready to get an inner tube and get sorted. We've got both sprocket and brake disc on. Right now we're taking a mountain bike brake which has got barely any pads, but we're going to take that and try and get this mounted. We've got some spare bits of metal here. We're going to try and join this on, make it look a bit neat so it's usable. I did get a spacer tube from the front, one of the old front wheels, chopped that up to fit perfect spacers, so now we know the exact spaces of everything. We can go ahead and start lining the brake up. Lots of bits in the frame to clean up when it comes time, and we'll be adding a few strengthening supports, maybe in here just to keep it strong, maybe on the other side as well. But yeah, we'll see what we can get done. Job done. Couple of small ticks. It's not working too great right now because the bolts aren't fully tightened the way they're meant to be because everything's a bit hot, but I'll have that perfect. There's some wiggle room on the calipers and there's some pull-in room once everything's tightened up. Don't want to tighten everything just now because I'm still missing the 10mm tube from the centre to keep the bearings spaced apart either side of the hub. But that's the brake on. What I want to do is I'll probably put a metal plate across here, but I'll drill a hole through, or I'll cut a bit that's got a hole, drill the hole enough for a brake line to go through over here, and have it cut through out the back, come up and back through into the brake. Should look cool. It's going to be a sturdy back end. Well, we need to strengthen bits actually. That's what we could do just now, since we got the welder out. Let's get it done. Right, for here we're going to need to chop up a few bits of metal for support. I'll hold it just back from the inside, just so no legs are getting scraped. Get that stuff choppy chop. Get stuff chopped. Right, let's get some supports chopped up. Right, well, I've cut the size, we'll get on to welding. Right, it's upside down, so this will be supports for underneath, so let's lay down some beads. Anyway, I'll let you go for now and I'll finish. Right, well, supports are added in, strengthened up everything, hopefully. And that'll be it for me today. Yeah, it's just got the brakes on, the wheels sorted. Now we just need to order an inner tube and a chain at least, and maybe a brake wire kit just to reach all the way to the back. Maybe a jag wire kit. Yeah, that'll be it just now. Brakes is on. And it's kitted out. So we need to hunt for a BMX, a good BMX, a good strong steel frame that we can add on. Maybe even put in another bar and bring the neck of it further back. Use the top bit for support. So I shall go for now. Bye bye.